everybody, welcome back to my channel, Hook Crochet. I'm Sandy. Today is day number 12 of video every day in August, or Veda, and some people call it Vlogust, and that is very exciting. Today I'm going to show you a couple of things. One is a little scarf that I made using Malabrigo Mecha. That's the size 5 yarn, I believe. I think it's known as a bulky or chunky or super bulky, maybe size 6. I'm not sure, but it was a nice yarn. It's a beautiful yarn to work with. And I made this using the Tunisian Simple Stitch. So it's a stitch that I've had some trouble conquering. So, and it's a stitch I spoke about before on my videos. It's not something that you can do, especially when you're first starting out. You don't want to watch TV or hang with friends while you're working on this stitch until you're used to it. So I finally finished an object with the Tunisian stitch all by myself. I had worked on one with some friends, but it took many, many weeks to finish. And it looks something like this. It was just using an ordinary yarn, but this is not an ordinary yarn. I'm sorry about the shadows here. We have some bad lighting. I'm in a different room of my house. I'm in a corner. I'm hiding from the bears because they see me and they're like, Mom, I'm hungry. Oh, I need a break from that right now. I finished this. I can't remember what the colorway was. If I find it on my Ravelry, because I did put it down in my stash. I entered that, and I did put the colorway on there. So I'll put it on here if I could find it. So I'm happy with that. This is something that I would see myself wearing on a fall day, maybe with a black top. It seems nice. It's so soft. It's wool. So, and I'm not allergic, so that's a good thing. Boy, I'm really sorry about the shadows. This is not a good spot for me to make a video, but it's gonna have to do because I'm a little trapped. I'm really trapped with the bears. Another thing I wanted to show you. The other day I showed you some skinny cakes that I bought from Michael's. One of the new colors. This one is called Spectrum. It's such an exciting ball. It's such an exciting ball of yarn. I couldn't wait to dive in and work on it. Work on a project with it. And I thought, as long as I finished, I think I've mastered the Tunisian simple stitch. That's 10 stitches in that little scarf. So I thought I would go up to 20 stitches. But since this is a skinnier yarn, it's a size 3, whereas that is like a size 5 yarn, maybe size 6. This one is a size 3, and it's not much wider, even though it's twice as many stitches. So I'm working on that, but I'm a little confused with this ball of yarn because now you could see the color changes, right? Because it's a cake. Now just look. Just look at it. See if you could see what I see. Sorry. All right, I started out with a little bit of, this looks like a muted brown, something like that. And of course, because I started out with it, it's going to be shorter because we're just starting out. Sometimes with cakes, you can pull out the yarn and you might get the end of a color block or a color sequence. So then we got to blue, and then you see how long the blue is, right? But look at the purple, just a little bit. And there wasn't any knots in this. So it wasn't that they, had to cut the yarn and put a knot in it. It was all one thing of yarn. Okay. So just a little bit of purple. And then you got this much red. And then you see how a little bit of, it's between red and orange. I thought red and yellow make orange, but now this is something in between red and orange. Okay. And then look at, you got really bright orange, and then you got just a little bit like a in between orange and yellow. Yes, the next color in this sequence is yellow. I don't know what it seems like there's no rhyme or reason in the amount of color in each color sequence. I I'm just I so you know how when you're working with cake and you're making a certain pattern, you're using a certain pattern. When you're about to get another color come out of your cake. No, I was like, so we had this much blue, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna be in purple for a while, and suddenly I got red. Like what? And then I thought, oh, okay, I'm only gonna get a little bit of red, but red kept going on and on and on. And it's not like a tension thing, because this is a big difference. And then I didn't even notice the change. It was so subtle. It was kind of dark when I was working on this one, so I didn't notice it until the very next day. Then I really noticed this one, but then it got lighter. I'm kind of confused with this cake. I don't know. Is that how skinny cakes work? Or is it because it's a new color? I don't know. I've never worked with skinny cakes before. I usually work with big cakes, and big cakes are pretty consistent. You have this amount of color A, this amount of color B, color C. It's even. Everything is the same. It just has a mind of its own. That's what I want to show you today. So in a few days, in a couple days, I'm going to be traveling. Well, not me. I'm going to be sending my son off to graduate school in Pennsylvania. So he's going to Penn State. He got full scholarship there, and he will be driving over 8 hours. So hopefully he makes it out there safely. Hopefully he makes it out there safely and everything goes well. We found him a nice place. Just be thinking about him, and I'll be a little nervous come that day. But for now we're just gonna think positively. Okay, I have a lot of work ahead of me now. So I will see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody, and stay safe, okay? Bye.